There is something unusual about a mind that never seems to turn off. Even in quiet moments, it keeps moving. It replays things that already happened, imagines things that might never happen, and asks questions long after everyone else has stopped thinking about them. And at first, this can look like a strength, because people who think a lot often notice things others miss. They pay attention to small details, understand emotions more deeply, think before they act, and care about getting things right. But there is another side to this. Because when thinking never stops, it slowly turns into something else. A constant stream of thoughts, questions, possibilities, doubts, imagined scenarios, moving faster than they can be understood. They replay conversations, analyze small details, and think about what could have been said, what should have been said, what might happen next. And even when nothing is wrong, their mind keeps searching for something. If you're someone who thinks too much, you already know this feeling. People often say, just stop thinking so much. But for someone who lives in that state, it's not that simple. Because overthinking is not a habit you choose. It's a pattern your mind falls into, almost like your brain is trying to protect you, even when it's exhausting you. So the real question is, why do some people think too much? And what is their mind actually trying to do? In this video, we're going to explore the psychology of people who think too much, what's really happening inside their mind, why this pattern develops, and what it quietly reveals about who they are. The reason people overthink is because their brain struggles to let things go. Most people experience thoughts and then move on. But overthinkers don't just think, they hold on. A single moment can stay in their mind for hours, sometimes days, sometimes even longer. A small mistake becomes a loop. A simple conversation becomes a replay. They go over the same situation again and again, trying to understand it, trying to find meaning in it. This happens because the brain is searching for closure. It wants a clear answer, a clear understanding. But not everything in life has that, so the thought remains open. And open thoughts don't disappear easily. They repeat. People who think too much often notice more than others. Small changes in tone, subtle shifts in people's behavior. This heightened awareness can be a strength. It allows deeper understanding, better observation, and stronger intuition. But it also comes with a cost, because when you notice more, you have more to think about. A simple message can be analyzed in multiple ways. Why did they say it like that? Did they mean something else? The mind starts connecting dots, even when there may be nothing to connect. And once the process starts, it's hard to stop, because every detail feels important. Now here is where neuroscience becomes important. When researchers scan the brains of people who ruminate heavily, they find a specific pattern. The prefrontal cortex, the region responsible for planning, analysis, and self-reflection, remains highly active even when the person is supposedly resting. Meanwhile, the brain's default mode network, which is the internal system that generates self-referential thought, keeps running its background monologue. The result is a mind that is, at every hour of the day and night, essentially online. Always drafting, always auditing, always preparing a response for a conversation that has not happened yet and may never happen at all. What makes this particularly interesting is that the brain is not doing this without reason. It is doing it because it was trained to. For a large number of people who overthink, the pattern does not begin in adulthood. It begins in childhood, specifically in environments where the rules were inconsistent, where moods shifted without warning, where mistakes carried consequences that felt disproportionate to the error. A child in that environment learns quickly, logically, correctly, that if you can predict what is coming, you might be able to protect yourself. Overthinking is not a malfunction. It is an adaptation, a very intelligent nervous system doing exactly what it learned to do in a world that once felt genuinely unpredictable. Underneath overthinking, there is often a quiet fear. The fear of making mistakes, the fear of choosing wrong, the fear of regret. So instead of making decisions quickly, the mind slows everything down. It evaluates every possibility, every outcome, every consequence. It tries to find the perfect choice. But the problem is, perfection rarely exists. And when the mind keeps searching for it, it gets stuck, unable to move forward, because no option feels certain enough. So the person keeps thinking, not because they want to, but because they're trying to avoid the feeling of getting it wrong. Overthinking is not just about thoughts, it's also about emotions. A thought triggers a feeling, and that feeling triggers more thoughts. Those thoughts create stronger emotions, and it becomes a loop. For example, a person remembers something they said. They feel embarrassed. That embarrassment leads to more thinking, which leads to more discomfort, which leads to even more thinking. The loop feeds itself, and the longer it continues, the harder it becomes to break, because it no longer feels like a choice. It feels automatic. Marcus Aurelius, who governed an empire while writing some of the most rigorous private reflections in human history, understood this with a clarity that is almost startling. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." He was not writing philosophy. He was writing practical instruction in the middle of wars and plagues and political collapse for a mind that threatened to spiral if given the opportunity. He was an overthinker with an empire to run, and he built a daily discipline of redirecting the mind from the infinite horizon of possible catastrophes back to the present action in front of him. That discipline did not come from positive thinking. It came from confronting the mechanism directly, which brings us to the question that matters most. Not what overthinking is, not where it comes from, not even how the brain sustains it, but what the overthinker is actually protecting by staying inside the loop. Because here is the quiet truth that psychology keeps returning to. The thought you cannot stop having is usually not the real problem. It is a proxy. It is the mind's way of staying close to something it needs to resolve, a decision it has not made, a feeling it has not processed, a truth about itself or its life that it has been unwilling to examine directly. The loop continues not because the problem is unsolvable, but because resolution would require something the person is not yet ready to do. Resolution might mean confronting a relationship that has run its course. It might mean admitting a direction that is wrong. It might mean making a choice that cannot be unmade. And so the mind returns again and again to the next layer of analysis. Not because analysis is working, but because analysis is the only thing standing between the person and the action that would actually change something. So, what does it really mean to think too much? It doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It means your mind is active, trying to make sense of a complex world. But not every thought needs attention. Not every question needs an answer. Not every possibility needs to be explored. Sometimes clarity comes not from thinking more, but from thinking less, from allowing things to be uncertain, from accepting that not everything can be controlled. Because in the end, a peaceful mind is not a mind without thoughts. It's a mind that knows when to let them go. And maybe the goal isn't to stop thinking completely, but to stop letting your thoughts control you. Now you understand why your mind never stops. But here's something even deeper. Because some people don't just think too much. They slowly lose control over their own thoughts too. If you've ever felt trapped inside your own mind, watch this video next because it explains everything.